Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the C&D podcast. This is episode 18, and as always, I am joined with my good friend and co-host, Danny.
Hello.
Danny, I've got a question for you, mate. Do
Oh,
you know
okay.
of the Bikini Killer?
The Bikini Killer.
Bikini Killer. Do you know anything about the Bikini Killer?
No.
Tonight, we're diving into the story of one of the most cunning and notorious serial killers of the 20th century.
Ooh.
A man who charmed, manipulated, and murdered his way across Asia, leaving a trail of deception and death behind him.
Wow.
His name was Charles Sobhraj.
Sobhraj.
Sobhraj. Yeah, Sobhraj. Yeah.
Okay.
He had three names.
Oh.
Some knew him as the Serpent.
Okay.
And so, but they named him that because of his uncanny ability to evade capture. And others called him Bikini Killer because several of his victims were found dead in swimwear.
Oh, okay.
But Sobhraj wasn't just a serial killer. He was a master manipulator, a con artist, and a world-class escape artist.
Hmm.
So today, what we're going to do is we're going to break down who he was, how he operated, and then managed to stay ahead of the law for decades. And we're going to get your thoughts on it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Charles Sobhraj was born on the 6th of April 1944 in Saigon, Vietnam. His father was an Indian businessman, but he abandoned Charles when he was a child. His mother, who was Vietnamese, later remarried a French army officer, and that's how Sobhraj ended up moving between France and Asia throughout his youth. Even as a teenager, Charles had a knack for stealing, lying, and manipulating people. He got arrested multiple times for burglary and fraud, but he's always found ways to talk his way out of punishment. One of his earlier scams, he was convicted of convincing a wealthy family to bail him out of prison in France by pretending to be an innocent businessman caught in legal trouble. He
Oh,
charmed them so much they paid off his legal fees, only for him to disappear and continue scamming
oh,
others.
that's nice.
Yeah, so he's had his early life is just full of crime already. Very much criminal behavior growing up.
He's already moved around a lot
Um,
as well to get to France in the 40s. Like,
yeah, Asia and France. That was
sorry.
mainly due to
Yeah.
his father, stepfather, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Now, that was back in the 1944s through his childhood. So now this is when we get to the 1970s.
All right.
So, fast forward to the early 1970s, Sobhraj had moved into southern East Asia, specifically Thailand, Nepal, and India.
Hmm.
This was during the time of the Hippie Trail, a famous backpacking route where the young Western travelers would explore Asia, looking for adventure, cheap living arrangements, enlightenment, that sort of stuff. And for a predator like Siraj, this was the perfect hunting ground, apparently. He set himself up in Bangkok, Thailand, pretending to be a wealthy gem dealer. He would approach young travelers, especially couples, offering them friendship, expensive meals, and a place to stay. Then he'd poison them.
Oh, dear.
Sometimes he'd drug their tea or drinks, making them violently ill. Other times he'd give them sleeping pills so he could rob them, steal their passports, and assume their identities. And if a victim caught him to a scam, or if he simply saw them as a liability, he'd kill them.
Damn. Okay.
So early teens, so about no 30, about 30 years old. He's killing people.
Yeah.
So one of Sobhraj's first known victims, one of the famous ones, was Teresa Knowlton, a 21-year-old American woman. Her body was found in tidal pool in Thailand in October 1975, wearing nothing but a bikini. That's I think where the whole
Yeah.
bikini killer name came about.
Okay.
At first, Thai authorities thought it was an accident, but later investigators found traces of drugs in her system, suggesting she was poisoned and then drowned. Then, just weeks later, another body appeared. This time, it was Vitaly Hakim, a Turkish traveller. His body was found burned alongside a road near Patata, Thailand. And before authorities could even process that case, another body surfaced of Chamaine Karu, Vitaly Hakim's girlfriend. She was found drowned wearing a bikini just like Teresa, and that's where the press gave him the nickname the Bikini Killer. Now,
Okay.
by this point, Sobhraj had several key bits of evidence stacking up against him. Witnesses placed him with multiple victims before they disappeared.
Hmm.
Passports from murdered travellers were found in his possession.
Great.
Jewelry and personal belongings from victims were discovered in his apartment, and surviving victims testified about being drugged and robbed by him. But despite all this, he was still free and continued killing.
So how did they find the stuff on him then? Like,
Well, they probably they
brought him
probably
in.
suspected him. Yeah, they
Yeah.
brought him in. Um, he was active between 1975 and 1976. He had a girlfriend at this time, so I think that's probably what led to him getting off. Is he probably had like an alibi and stuff.
Yeah.
Because but to have all of that evidence and still be let free, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if I came to you and I've gone, oh look, there's a dead body. Okay, what's that in your hand, sir? Oh, it's just a knife and a passport. Why'd you ask? Oh, no reason. Oh, goodbye then. Like, what?
Yeah. Wow.
It's just so bizarre to me how, like, back then it was just your word got taken as almost bond.
Yeah.
But we shall continue because it does get a bit crazy. Between 1975 and 1976, Sobhraj and his small gang, including his girlfriend Marie-Henri Leclerc, continued their spree of murder, robbery, and identity theft. Some of the most infamous victims included Leclerc Calicon, a couple of women, 1975 in Nepal, a Canadian and an American backpacker found stabbed and burned. 1 second. So they were numbers. So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 11 murders in total.
Wow. I was going to ask, but I didn't know if. Yeah.
I would have gone for it.
If we were just going to run through them. Yeah.
So yeah. Canadian American. So Henk Bintuja and Cornelia Hemmick in December 1975 in Thailand. Dutch couple who was Sobhraj poisoned, nursed back to health to gain their trust, and then killed. Their bodies were found strangled and burned. And Jean-Luc Solomon, 1976 in India, a French traveller whom Sobhraj poisoned during a robbery. The poisoning went too far and the man died. Sobhraj wasn't just killing for money, he was killing to maintain control. If anyone caught onto his schemes, they were eliminated. Now here's where things get wild. That's not even the wild part, okay?
Okay.
By 1976, Sobhraj had built up a reputation. His cons were becoming riskier, and the authorities were starting to catch on. His downfall came, after a year of all the evidence. They were like, "Hang on a minute, this guy seems a bit sus."
Yeah.
He's standing over the body. The cops seen him do it. He's like, "Hang on a minute, what have you just done there, you scamp?" Like, it's crazy. His downfall came in New Delhi. Where he tried his usual drugging trick on a group of French tourists. But this time he messed up the dosage. Some of them started recovering too soon and then was realizing what happened. They fought back and called the police. Sobhraj was finally arrested and sentenced to 12 years in an Indian prison. But get this. Towards the end of his sentence, when he was supposed to be extradited to Thailand, where he faced the death penalty, he escaped.
Oh.
He trucked the prison guards and walked right out and disappeared into the streets of India.
Mad.
He was caught again, I think, like 3 weeks later, and they did extend his sentence. He was released in 1997 and went straight back to France, where, unbelievable, he lived as a free man.
What, and he didn't kill again?
Probably.
That's mad. I can't believe someone like that would, like, not just be in jail for life. Like,
yeah, that's not even it. Yeah. So they actually finally caught him in Nepal, because at that point, back in 2003, he went back to Nepal. What he didn't realize is they still had an active murder case against him. So the moment they spotted him in a I think it was like some sort of casino, he was arrested and sentenced to life in prison.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the last update I have is in December 2022. After nearly 2 decades behind bars, the Supreme Court of Nepal ordered his release on the grounds of old age and health issues. He was deported to France, where he remains a free man. He's still alive.
He's still alive now.
And actually, as a special guest, here he is.
Hello.
He's not here.
Oh, okay.
His legacy, though, he was definitely The snake.
It's
The
it's it's.
serpent.
I mean, I guess the prison worked on him then, because he came out a reformed man. He didn't murder again. Like,
We know of. Apparently,
you know,
he's been sentenced to like 20. 1 second.
sentenced to 20 what?
Sorry. He's like 12 murders. He's in exactly 12.
Yeah. So yeah, just a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. I mean,
I'm realizing now that it's better to have the mystery ones because then you get an opinion rather than me just read out that he's been caught.
yeah, yeah.
So, what do you think happened?
I think actually, he got jailed and he actually reformed as a nice man, and then he accidentally went to the casino. Uh, I don't know. I don't know why he returned. Like, if there's a warrant out for his arrest, like, why did he go back? Like, uh, I don't know. Maybe he enjoyed prison so much. There's that thing, isn't there, where like, but then he would have just killed again if he really wanted to go to jail. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. How old is he now? He's got to be like in the 70s, isn't he?
75, I think.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. They always say that, like, oh, they need to leave because of old age, but like, they still did the crime. Like, I don't know. Unless he's like literally not mobile, like, then just I don't know, put him in a care home or something. But I don't know. Like, yeah.
So, I do have another famous Indian slash Asian murderer that could fit well with this episode.
Okay.
So, we can do it like a double.
All right, we'll do it.
So, this one, yeah, this one is his name is Mohan Kumar,
All
or
right.
he was originally called, after he did his killings, the Cyanide Mohan. No points for guessing how his method of murder came about, but
Okay.
so Mohan Kumar was a school teacher in Karantaka,
All
who
right.
turned into a serial killer,
Where's
preying
that?
on
Sorry.
young. Why did you ask me these questions?
I just want to know where Karen Tucker is.
It's India.
It's in India. Okay.
What?
All right. Okay, that's fine.
What's funny about that?
No, you're right. No, it is actually in India. It's a state in India.
That's what I said.
All right, that's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to know if it was a town or whereabouts it was. You know.
I'm not gonna say it's in India because it sounds Indian.
Whoa, it's massive.
Actually, I probably would have. I
All right.
would have done.
I mean, it does cover like probably
Okay.
like a fifth of India. No, maybe not. No, maybe not. No, I just zoomed out. India's quite big. All right, maybe like a tenth of India. Yeah. All right, go on. Our story takes place there.
Mohan Kumar was a school teacher in Karnataka, India,
Okay.
who turned it into a serial killer preying on young, unsuspecting women. His modus operandi was unique. He lured women into relationships. I'm so proud of myself that I got that word right. Sorry. He lured women into relationships under the false promise of marriage, convinced them to elope, and then killed them using cyanide. Like,
Oh.
crazy. He was active between 2003 and 2009, so that is very recent.
Yeah.
His kind of modus operandi, again, nailed it, was he targeted victims. So he targeted lower middle class women, especially those from poor backgrounds or struggling with financial issues. Most of them was looking for marriage proposals, because I think that's still the thing in India. You know, you have to kind of offer it to them.
Yeah.
He would introduce himself under false names and pretend to be a government officer or businessman, gaining their trust. Once the woman believed his story, he would promise to marry her secretly. He would then take the victim to a remote location, offer a lodge or a public restroom near a bus stop. He convinced the women that taking a pill, which was cyanide, was part of the birth control after consummating that marriage. The woman would obviously then die instantly. After the murder, he would steal the jewelry and belongings before fleeing.
Yeah.
Now he did this apparently 20 times.
Fuck off.
20 times through 2003 to 2009, but
Yeah.
he was apparently
He got
What's the
married.
word?
So he got married that many times. There would have been like a record of it, surely.
Well, I don't think the marriage ever went ahead. I think it was. Oh, it might have completed actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly he could have. I think yeah.
I
Like
mean, if
he
he's
would.
consummating the marriage and then killing them, there's got to be a
I
record of
I'm
it
not
somewhere.
sure. I'm not sure the.
So you appear to have 20
Um.
wives.
I don't think that's an uncommon thing in India though.
Oh, is it not?
I think they do have multiple women.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, 20 might be a bit excessive for their culture. I don't really know what they're like, Oh, 21. Oh, you're a bit weird. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if you look at it and go, that's weird or not.
Yeah.
However, in 2009, a breakthrough came when police linked multiple missing person reports to Mohan's pattern. He was arrested, revealing shocking details. He admitted to using cyanide obtained from goldsmiths, and his crimes spanned several years. In 2013, he was sentenced to death, which was later commuted to life imprisonment.
Okay.
Unique. And as of right now, he's still in prison.
Wow.
So, what do you think was the motive behind that? Do you think he was just that he hated women, or just purely to rob them and financial gain?
I mean, I don't know what financial gain you get out of, like, I guess you get the mark because if you marry someone and then kill them off, like you get you'd get their assets, wouldn't you? I don't know how that works in Indian law.
I
But
think a lot of the jewelry that women wear, especially in like marriages, can be quite expensive. It's a lot of like gold and things. I think so. Maybe that was one of the reasons he would like seclude them from everyone else.
yeah, and yeah, and also like I don't know, is he inviting his own family to this wedding as well?
Probably
But
not,
then like
mate.
you said, if like yeah, but then like you said,
Bit of a
if
one too
having
many
20 wives,
questions, isn't it? Like you come back alone. Your mum is there, like, yeah, I love where she gone. I'm just feeling ill. Oh, this is the fifth time this week.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think they think they might be a bit suspicious after the eighth.
Make sure you got April booked off. We've got another wedding to go to.
Yeah, like
My last wife, she's feeling a bit sick.
why were they country?
What do you mean, Craig?
Is I wonder, do Indians have like a country accent? Like, do they like we're in farming? Like, no, I don't know.
Going farming.
Like, do accents have regional accents? They must do, surely.
I think England's like quite. I don't know if it's a unique place in that aspect, but
Well, the USA, like, I die for a southern accent. Like,
there's probably only
women with
like
southern
four accents in America.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get my president. Like, that's one of them, right?
Yeah. Whereas I know the
Oh
French.
my God, I'm Brad.
I
I'm
know the
Michael
French have
Elliott.
different, almost a different language in the south. Like,
Bonjour.
no, yeah, but like, yeah, certain accents and words are actually completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how India works, but yeah,
Yeah, a school teacher as well. Like that is a
yeah. What was he? Well, just a regular school teacher. What was he?
yeah. It just says he's a school teacher in Karnataka. Yeah. Well, he you could say he could attack her. Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to end it there?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself.
That was yeah.
Well,
Nice.
join us for the episode 19 of the C&D podcast. Danny
Oh,
will
dear.
be your host.
Yes. Next time we're going to be watching two films back to back.
Oh, we're watching them or reviewing.
Oh no, we have watched them, haven't we, Craig?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've definitely watched them both, and we're gonna review them in the next
I've
episode.
definitely watched them both.
All right, cool.
God, that old boy is great in it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, he's an old boy.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely watched it.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.